Well, I have got my work cut out for me today. Pretty big. You see I got that Zacklift here. That's because I got to tow this bus out of here. And I got to move all this stuff. I got to find, there's a big stump in here. We got to go around over whatever this is here to get this thing hooked up to that truck and towed out of here. And there's something very different about this tow that you're going to see later on as we get through this. But I'm all on my own today. Ethan's sick, so of course on the day I got to move a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to go throw some gloves on, start moving stuff, clearing a path. We're going to get hooked up to this thing and see what we can do here. Okie dokie, as you can see, I'm probably breathing heavy as you can hear, but I took all this stuff, I moved it over there. I used all the plywood to kind of stack on that trailer frame to make a deck, and then put all the chairs on it because I'm not taking the chairs, just the bus. And now we have a path we can get out of here. There's no more stumps in this, so we're gonna come over here and turn on our remote, bring this down some, probably get our underreach folded down out of the way, and we get to play with our Yankum ropes finally. So let me open up free spool, send this out here. Yes, I have Yankum ropes on the record now for a winch line. I don't know if I mentioned that on here or not, or if you just saw it on like an Instagram for a short or something, whatever. Either way, the Zacklift now has Yankum ropes on it, so that should make life a whole lot easier. We're just going to use our yellow one here. We're going to the boom all the way in and keep it down kind of low too as we pull, so we're not pulling over on the truck since we're going straight sideways. And then down you go. Okay, man, this pulls so much easier than the cable, like by a freaking mile. Okay, I like it already. Let's fold this down so we can come down here. I'll put this spade down just to give me some stability. There. Perfect. I didn't even look to see what kind of hooks are under that. What can we hook to? Wow. It's got a whole lot of not much under here. We'll just grab that cross member right there and pull on that. I think this will work. Might be too short. Okay. Good enough. Perfect. Look what I can do. From on my knees, I can pull this out to me. Could not have done that with steel cable. Now, the hooks for this, I have hooks that are going to go on the end of this, but I don't have them on yet because I just put the rope on. So we just use a shackle for now, and that'd be fine. Look at that, snug to the shoulder, just like the manufacturer says, no matter how many people want to get mad at me for it, because I'm right. Okay, now we're going to grab our remote, lock in our free spool, watch that rope spool up. See, I modified the sheath heads. I found some straight leg shackles at the hardware store, and I welded them into the end of it here That is the new pin that holds it instead of the factory one right there. And now it's this nice rounded edge for the rope to pull on while it spools in and spins the sheave head over. Okay. Neutral. This is not an air brake, so that doesn't matter. Parking brake off. Let's go see what happens. Oh yeah. Zacklift don't care. It just pulls. Okay. So we're going to want to be as close this way as we can, because we're going to have room to swing the front end around. So I'm going to go in and steer it that way while I pull it backwards. And I can look out the window here, I guess, and see. Oh yeah, this is doing what we want. This thing turned sharper than I thought it would. I gotta straighten back out. Okay. I wonder if I have brakes. Okay, I do. Just want to go rolling off out into my truck. I think we're climbing over the hump now. Yep. Okay. Get in here where I can turn it now. So now we can do all the turning. And we're rolling. Whew. Okay. Spool back up. Come on. There it is. The parking brake works better. Oh yeah, parking brake works good. Okay. That is good to know. Lots of turn. Stop. Okay. I think I need to go pull my truck forward now. Yep. It is time. So yeah, bring the front end right around, get the bus out here on the road, and then this circles around. I can go all the way around and back in over here and hook to it. So let's see. Pulling with the parking brake locked up. Nice. Okay. Off tension, free spool, outrigger up, boom up, and I'm going to pull forward. Actually going to pull backwards a little first. You see the rope is touching the edge of my toolbox there. Out the mirror, you can't see that, but I can. But that's fine because it's synthetic now, so it's not going to tear it all up. Now I'm going to get way over here. Maybe like this area. All right. So I have when I backed up there, because I backed up to get a little pullover, that rope swung over and rubbed on the side of the toolbox here in free spool. Couldn't do that with cable. Well, I could, but I'd tear up the wrap on my boxes, which I don't want to do. I want the outriggers down for stability, but I still want the weight on the tires because that is my actual grip. Those outriggers will slide on this rock. So we're gonna be right on that exhaust pipe there, as you can see. So I'm gonna pull it around to the side of it so we don't smash it closed. Instead, we just twist it off. So that's fine too. All right. No major obstacles. That's good. Let me come up here. This is not probably supposed to be in here, so I'll take it out. Okay, parking brake release. And pull. That's just going over plywood. Look at that big hump right there. Okay, let me hold the wheel so it doesn't turn any sharper. So I don't want that. Come on, turn back some. There we go. Okay, straighten up, straighten up. So I want to bring it out onto the road and then turn it in line with my truck. Which to do so, I have to pull forward one more time. Whee! Oh. Okay. Spool up. All right, now I can start cranking it over and spin the front end out onto the road. Not gonna hit anything out here. No. Cool. Okay. We're going to stop there. Set a parking brake. Back off tension, make sure it stays. And we're gonna come over here. Pre-spool, outriggers up, and then I'm going to pull forward and get it on the road. Okay, we are forward with plenty of room now, and I don't know, I might just rear tow it, we will see. Then I don't have to pull the drive line out, which that'd be nice. Okay, cable tension. I'll look at the front tires and make that determination once it's on the road. Okay. Oop. Parking brake off. Thank God for remote controls, or I would not be doing this by myself. Okay, now we can turn back. Okay, we are turned all the way. Let's get in line with my truck. just the chain sliding across the bumper back there as it straightens out. Okay. Now, straighten the wheel, straighten the wheel. Come on. How straight does that look? Oh, that looks really straight. Towing from the front, it's a straight axle, no big deal. Ooh. Do have a flat tire here. It's all screwed up in the sidewall. Let me set the parking brake. Okay. All right, parking brake set. These front tires actually look good. There's no like cracking or anything in them. This one's low. You know what? I think I just tow it from the back. Okay. Yankum rope. So much nicer. Okay. Now, probably some questions about Yankum rope on a heavy wrecker, and it's nothing new. People have been using synthetic lines on heavy wreckers for many years, very successfully. Some guys I know over in the valley, they've had it on their 50-ton heavy for 6 years now with no issues. Synthetic, they're not the Yankum brand on theirs, but synthetic just the same. Minimum braking strength on this rope, 58,000 pounds. My winches are only 30,000 pounds, and that 30,000 pounds is only on the bottom layer of the winch drum. So about this much cable I have right now, where I'm still at full wrap on the drum, those winches are only good for about 16,500, 17,000 pounds before they stall out. So the 58,000 pound braking strength rope, plenty. A lot of people also ask, like, well, what about working load limit? And the reason it says, I don't know if this is the reason it says this, but 58,000 pound minimum braking strength. There is no working load limit listed, because working load limit changes depending on the industry you're in. It's not just a set number. If you're in overhead lifting or van lifting, something like that, I believe it's a 5-to-1. General crane work, I think, is 4-to-1. In recovery world, there's no actual standard. There's a lot of people that argue it should be a 3-to-1. A lot of people argue that 2-to-1 is plenty safe. So in the recovery world, there is no standard. And since this rope here is going to get used for both lifting things and recovering things, I think it makes sense that it tells you what its minimum braking strength is, not maximum. You have to be very careful. Some manufacturers will put MBS, the same thing, but to them, they say it means maximum braking strength, which means if they tested 100 ropes, whatever the highest one broke at, the highest strength, that's what they're going to rate all theirs at, as the max. And that just, it doesn't make sense to me. Minimum makes sense. I know what this rope can hold, and then it's up to me to decide what safety factors I want to put in place, how much I want to snatch block lines to reduce line load, stuff like that, all depending on the job that I'm doing and the risk factors I have. It's almost like, you know, back in the old days when people used to use common sense for stuff, you know, like knowledge. So yeah, there's 200 feet of this on each winch drum, so I have 400 feet in total. It's 3/4 inch line, and it's not hard mounted to the drum. So in all reality, if I needed to reach 400 feet off some way, I can pull one of them completely off the drum, put an I-splice on the end and hook it to this, and now I got 400 feet there. So that's handy. All right, I'm gonna back up to this thing and see what I think I want to do here. If I shut this door first. But yes, that simply answered the question of, can you put Yankum rope winch line on a heavy wrecker? Yes, you can. You won't see it on their website. It's not listed on their website, but if you call them, they can get you whatever you need. Like I said, that's 3/4. They can do 1 inch. Bigger than that, probably 7/8, 5/8. My rollback actually has 5/8 Yankum winch line on the rollback, and has for about a year now. Granted, it's been broke down for half of that year, but the other half of the year, it was really nice. So, let's back up. Okay. Too much talking, Casey. Just get to work. Yeah. Sometimes I talk a lot. It's a thing. Ask my wife. Okay. I think if I grab it right there next to this cross member, then I could chain around the cross member so it can't slide. I could fork this frame super easy, but then if I fork it right here, I hit the brakes with this truck, this bus could slide in the forks like that. But if I fork it here and then tie it to that cross member, can't do that. So we'll do that. Uh-oh, dirty. You're not wide enough, are you? Maybe? No way, it actually works. Okay. There you go. Where's your buddy? There you are. Okay. Off you go. You go. Get up and slide it back against that cross member there. In some. Okay. Tilt down to level it. Pick it up some more. And then bring it home. There we go. Yeah, let's tie that down. I don't know why I don't put these over here. So they're not in the way of my chains. So look, seated completely into the throat of the fork on both sides. Perfect. And I think choke the frame rail. Come around under that hook. Yeah, that'll work. So, up and over. Send the tail through. Check the frame rail in front. Under that hook. Good. Hook you here. And you here. And we tighten. Oh man, I think I have to get one more. No, we'll tighten. See? I knew that was going to happen. So now oh, that's the wrong way. Okay. Do it again. Why are you being done? There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay, so look at the way this is sitting from over here. It cannot slide that way into the forks because it's sitting against that cross member on the tall side of the fork. That's why the tall side's in, so that'll stop it. And it can't go that way because these chains are wrapped around here and grabbed it, so it won't go that way. Perfect. Come on, please fit through. You do. All right. Okay, same on the other side, but I'll take some straps with me. Close that while I'm here. All right. Let's go figure out how to tie that steering wheel since there's no seat in here. This will be fun. I've always wanted to do that. Okay. What shall we tie this to? Yep, definitely need a lot more than that. Here maybe? Oh yeah. Everybody asks what type of ratchet straps these are and if I have code for them or something like that. Oh, some are labeled. Erickson. Some are labeled, some are not. I have no code, no nothing. They're just what I get at the local hardware store. Alright, light bar and we're done. You trying to get it here? Okay, I'll move forward. Yes, these people trying to get home. I'll move out of their way. Then put my light bar on. PTO out, we're done with that. Okay. Other side here. Light bar is our last thing. So let's there it is. Turn it on. See? Loop a little safety here, maybe. Okay. All right. So this doesn't have the stop sign on it anymore. We don't got to worry about that. Steering wheel's tied. Tires are good. We're chained down. Safety chained. Closed up. Light bar's on. Doors are shut. Let's go. Come with me, bus. We've got fun to have. So that's the thing. I told you there's something different or special about the tow of this bus that you'll see later on in this. And now we're going to go to that part where this is not just your standard tow. So we've got to do some wheeling to get out of here. This road is not nice to big trucks. You can see by this, and it's much better to go out the other way, but then I had to turn everything around, so we'll make it. I just gotta lock in some differential here, power divider, whatever, and ease our way out of here. Okay. You guessed I bought the bus. You're right. So we got it back here to my house, and oh man, is my wife ever gonna be so happy to see this freaking bus in her yard when she gets home. That's why I'm parking it off over here in the corner. She doesn't know it's here yet. She's gonna find out after work today. So yeah, this is my new bus. I'm not gonna do like the whole skoolie, we're gonna build it out type thing like that, like everybody does with these old junk buses. I'm gonna flip it over, flip it back, toss it this way, toss it that way, shove it off the hillside over there, winch it back up, do all that kind of stuff with it. We're gonna call it training, but really it's just having fun. No, but for real, it is training stuff. One, it'll be good to learn the capabilities of this specific Zacklift on this specific truck, because every truck and unit is different based on chassis specs and stuff and things. And then also just different rigging methods I always wanted to try out. So you're not going to try them on a live job if you're not sure if they're going to work or not, but when you got an old bus in your yard, you absolutely can. The other thing is Ethan has no experience with the heavy recovery side of things, and the different basics of rigging they can teach and learn here in the yard. not on a live job again. Like, I don't want on the side of the highway we're trying to do something, might not be a bus rolled over, but a lot of the basics are the same, and trying to figure it out there. So this is going to be really good for me to learn with that unit and just trying new things in general, see what works, what doesn't. I've been on some recoveries before and had an idea to do something, but I wasn't sure if it was going to work or not, so I didn't want to try it. Now I can try it, and then yeah, well, we've got a bus. So, oh man, funny thing though, this is a Thomas bus, as you can see. Thomas bus. Thomas buses, I don't know if back then, but now Thomas buses are owned by Daimler. Daimler also owns Western Star. So this Western Star and this bus are like distant cousins, kind of. So we're saying that's why I had to buy this bus. It's a cousin of my Western Star. Either way, I got a bus now, and we're gonna do some shenanigans with it. We gotta pull the mirrors off. We're gonna pull all this glass out of it and everything like that, so we don't make a mess in my yard. And my wife kicks me out of the house again. But either way, training.